We're here to demolish Adam Schiff. It's not that hard. He provided us with all the ammunition. Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. This will also do a little bit of discrediting of Chuck Schumer, which also isn't very hard to do given the material we have to work with. Here's Trump.
I was told that Schiff was going to travel with us to California. I wasn't thrilled, to be honest with you. And I saw him last night on television. It looks like he got hit with a baseball bat or something. What happened to him? Something happened to him. It looked like he got hit. It looked like he got beat around. But I'll ask Caroline to find out what happened to him. No, if he wanted to come out, I would have done that. But I don't know. Somebody said that he wanted to come on the plane, but I think he's staying back for the votes.
Looked like he got hit by a baseball bat. He said, I'm going to ask Caroline Leavitt, his press secretary, what the heck happened there? Well, let's see.
Some of his other actions, weakening California water and air quality standards. Drill, baby, drill. This idea that we are going to just do more oil drilling.
Okay, his cheeks, his jaw looks puffy, and it looks like he's got a giant piece of acne, and then there's a bandage over his eye. He might have been dating the same guy that Nancy Pelosi's husband was dating or something. He's got a weird background on this stuff, but it looked like someone was pretty rough on him on last night's date.
Tax on the incentives for electric cars. That's not going to reduce prices either. It's just going to mean we have dirtier air, we have more terrible fires, more flooding.
It's funny that, California is known for being pretty shallow. Is this the face of a shallow California? Here's where the stories are coming from about him on a date. This is breaking. Congressional sources confirm Representative Adam Schiff used taxpayer money to settle a sexual harassment claim with a 19-year-old boy back in 2013. Why am I not surprised? And then next up, John Ratcliffe, who's approved for the Central Intelligence Agency to lead the CIA, Trump's new appointment. Ratcliffe, here he is way back talking about Adam Schiff, who appointed himself.
I can tell you one thing that we've learned very clearly, and that is that the Inspector General for the intelligence community can provide no information about the contacts between the Hipsy majority and the whistleblower prior to his involvement. So the only way that we'll be able to get that information is from the Hipsy majority themselves. They are fact witnesses in the same investigation that they are now running. Nowhere else in the United States of America can you be both a fact witness and the prosecutor or investigation in anything, much less an investigation to remove a president from office. It's entirely inappropriate. And Chairman Schiff should be disqualified from running an investigation where his committee, members or staff, are fact witnesses about contact with the whistleblower and the whistleblower process.
Okay, so that's an abuse of power. He's actually going to say that again in the next clip, but in English. Adam Schiff conducted an investigation to try and impeach Trump. He did it 3 times. That's in the next video, and failed. He had witnesses on the panel.
Well, again, think about it this way, Bill. Yesterday, Democrats passed a resolution to give Chairman Schiff the most authority in the impeachment process moving forward. Adam Schiff is someone who has tried to impeach the president not once, not twice, but now 3 times. The first time he accused the president of treason and said he had evidence to support collusion with Russia. That wasn't true. Then he said we should impeach the president because he obstructed justice and promised Bob Mueller would breathe life into that. Until Bob Mueller admitted that his obstruction analysis was under a legal standard and burden of proof that didn't exist. So now we're on to fake impeachment effort number 3, surrounded by a whistleblower who first met with, yeah, that's right, the staff of Chairman Schiff. The details of that haven't been released. Chairman Schiff won't release the Inspector General's sworn testimony, which will confirm the contacts between Chairman Schiff and the whistleblower. It's like this, Bill. If we had a trial, the person who planted fake evidence shouldn't be the one ruling on the admissibility of fake evidence.
And he got censured for it. When Adam Schiff said, I personally have the evidence and I witnessed it, and he was found to be a lie, an official lie, he got censured under Biden. How bad is he? That even Democrats said, nope, you're a fraud. And then here's Mike Johnson, just on an overview of they're going to investigate some of Biden's pardons, including Adam Schiff. Watch this.
It was shocking. I mean, it was shocking what President Biden did on the way out, pardoning his family for more than a decade of whatever activity, any nonviolent offenses. It was breathtaking to us. I don't think that's anything like that's ever been anticipated. And by the way, go look at the tape, 4 years ago, when it was just implied that President Trump might do something similar. They were apoplectic. Joe Biden himself, Adam Schiff, Chuck Schumer, roll the tape. They all said that would be crazy and unconscionable. And now they're cheering it along. To us, it is disgusting. To us, it probably proves the point, the suspicion that, they call it the Biden crime family. If they weren't the crime family, why do they need pardons, right? Look, there's a lot of attention that's going to be paid to this, and I think that is appropriate, and we will be looking at it as well.
Okay, what could they be investigating? Here we go. Oh, we haven't even started this one yet. Get ready, kids. FBI investigation uncovers 256 emails between Schiff and a certain island named after a guy. Maybe that's why he took the pardon. Now, given all that trash under Adam Schiff, I wanted that to be the context for Chuck Schumer when he criticizes Pete Hegseth as beyond everything. Pete Hegseth is sterling compared to Adam Schiff.
You could not have a worse nominee in a more powerful position than Mr. Vogt. On this subject first. Yes.
Have you talked to any Republicans?
Well, we just had the hearing yesterday. It's all coming out. Project 2025, they used to say, had nothing to do with the Trump presidency. It has everything to do with the Trump presidency. And
Project 2025, my favorite subject. The Democrats, it has never been indicative of anything, and he's going back to that loser. Speaking of losers, that's Tim Kaine in a pink tie behind him.
as they learn it, I hope we'll get some votes from their side. It's going to hurt their constituents as much as anybody. Yes.
On empowerment, Trump announced a funding freeze on foreign aid and on green energy. Are you saying those orders are illegal or unconstitutional? And if so, what can you do about it? Are you going to file a lawsuit? What do you do?
It is still the IRA, for instance, clean energy, which I wrote in large part in the IRA, is the law. To impound those funds would be unconstitutional.
That goes into Trump's orders. Trump can't overstep a Chuck Schumer law because you can't have an executive branch of president remove what was passed into law under Congress.
And Senators McConnell, Murkowski, and Collins, have you received any indications from your GOP colleagues privately that they're considering voting against Pete Hegseth?
Okay, I want to stick to the subject, but on this subject, Pete Hegseth is so utterly unqualified. He ranks up there with Vogt as one of the very worst nominees that could be put forward. The Defense Department, people's lives depend on it. Civilians and, of course, the men and women in the armed services. And Pete Hegseth has shown himself not only incapable of running a large organization, he often shows himself incapable of showing up or showing up in a way where he could get anything done.
What about Adam Schiff showing up where his face looked like he got hit with a baseball bat? Better or worse? What about Adam Schiff being censored by your own body?
He is so out of the mainstream and so unqualified for DOD that I am hopeful we will get our Republican colleagues to join us. There'll be a vote this afternoon.
How much money's been paid off to Pete Hegseth's victims, like Adam Schiff's, the 19-year-old boy toy, where he sexually harassed him? And finally, while we're on the topic of condemning Pete Hegseth as an appointment nominee, I think we have to look at the past nominee just to see exactly what Chuck Schumer is talking about by Pete Hegseth being the worst pick. Here's the last picks. Look, you had nothing to say when Biden put these freaks in charge. Zip it, Chuck. There's Rachel Levine, Here's two soldiers. They're dressed as dog people. There's the pride flag with our military. There's Lloyd Austin with the Darth Vader double, triple mask with his medals on. And then the comments below are fantastic. Here we go. Chuck Schumer, that's Rich coming from the party that gave us these freaks. That one on the right is the one, the bald gay one in a dress that stole luggage from the airport and had to be dismissed. How bad? You're kidding, right? Coming from the party that put Rachel Levine in charge of the Department of Health, you folks are mentally ill. Really, Chuck, Austin isn't man enough to lick Hegseth's boots, and neither are you. Pete fought for us and will fight for Pete. Confirm, Pete. Coming from the guy that can't grill a burger. Here's more of the overview of the Biden people. Oh yeah, you do so. There's our Pete Hegseth, and there's Pete Buttigieg. And then this is my favorite. This is the one where they keep making fun of his burger grilling skills. This is the I'm celebrating, 4th of July by grilling a burger, but it's on, he has a piece of raw meat over here with a cold piece of cheese on it. And that's what we're saying of Chuck. He's like a raw piece of meat with a cold piece of cheese on it. Does Pete Hegseth get through? Did Chuck Schumer make a point? Did Adam Schiff have a really bad date last night? I'm Doug in Exile.